The T20 World Cup trophy for a second time, Team India has returned home to a grand welcome from all. Now, the victorious squad will meet the Prime Minister at 11 this morning before departing for Mumbai, where they will celebrate this success. In fact, Team India will take part in a roadshow from Nariman Point to the Wankhede Stadium, where the BCCI will hand them over a cheque of 125 crore rupees as a token of appreciation for their wonderful display. The Rohit Sharma-led side won the T20 World Cup for the second time at the Kensington Oval on Saturday after defeating South Africa by 7 runs in a thrilling final. Who can really get over that? In fact, let's also tell you that they had been stranded in Barbados over the last few days owing to Hurricane Beryl. All right, as far as this becomes about not just the Indian cricket team and their win, but also the 1.4 billion people who waited for them to return home to be celebrating this. Let's take a look at this report filed by my colleague Isha.
The Indian team is all set to arrive at the ITC Maurya hotel, and in the visuals also you can see that the preparations are currently underway. In fact, multiple people have started queuing in to welcome the victorious Team India. In fact, people are also being handed over the flags. How excited are you that India team is arriving here?
Very.
And what are your preparations?
Just to welcome them means, like the song is playing, it's very good to welcome the Indian team.
How do you feel here? Are you welcoming the Indian team here? How do you feel?
So excited.
So here you can see the visuals also. The preparations are currently underway for the Indian team to arrive here.
T20 वर्ल्ड कप जीतने के बाद भारतीय टीम आज इंडिया पहुंची है और थोड़ी देर में ही भारतीय टीम इसी ITC मौर्या में यहाँ पर पहुंचेगी और तस्वीरों के जरिए हम दिखाएंगे किस तरीके से यहाँ पे खास इंतजाम टीम के लिए किया गया है।
एक सेकंड ये जो केक है हमने टीम इंडिया की जर्सी के कलर इसका हाईलाइट ये ट्रॉफी अगर आप देखेंगे आपको देखने में ये एक्चुअल वर्ल्ड कप की बट इसमें इंटरेस्टिंग बात यह है कि हमारी स्पेशलिटी रॉ इंग्रेडिएंट से डील करना होता है, तो हमने टीम ऑफ शेफ्स और ITC मौर्या हमने अपनी स्पेशलिटी को यूज़ करके टीम इंडिया को एक ट्रिब्यूट दिया है बाय मेकिंग दिस ट्रॉफी आउट ऑफ चॉकलेट और ये पूरा क्लियर करके जर्सी के कलर्स में उनको वेलकम करने के लिए
खाने का भी विशेष इंतजाम
खाने का काफ़ी अच्छा इंतजाम हमने करा है। आज सुबह के थोड़े 6 बज रहे हैं, तो उनके वेलकम के लिए हमने स्पेशल ब्रेकफास्ट बनाया है जिसके अंदर ज़्यादा एम्फेसिस हमने इंडिया फूड पे थे। काफ़ी टाइम से वो टूर पे है। थिंग्स लाइक छोले भटूरे जो हमारे काफ़ी प्लेयर्स की फेवरेट भी मानी जाती है, तो वो हम प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं। हमने सोचा शायद उनको डोसा मिस हो रहा हो, तो हमने स्पेशल टाइप के 5-6 टाइप के डोसे उनके लिए प्रिपेयर कराए हैं। बड़ा पाव है, तो इस टाइप की डिशेज जो शायद वो काफ़ी टाइम से मिस कर रहे हो उनको, वो हम उनके लिए प्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं।
धन्यवाद सर। ये थे शेफ जिन्होंने इस केक को बनाया। तस्वीरों के जरिए हम आपको केक दिखाना चाहेंगे कि किस तरीके से इस केक को बाकायदा नीचे ब्लू, फिर आप देख सकते हैं कि किस तरीके से इंडियन फ्लैग के कलर में इस पूरे केक को भारतीय क्रिकेट टीम का जो ड्रेस है, जर्सी है, उस तरीके से उसे डिज़ाइन करने की कवायद जो है वो इस फ्लैग को इस केक को की गई है। वहीं दूसरी तरफ आपको हम दिखाएंगे कि इसी तरीके से तमाम जो यहाँ पर लोग हैं इंडियन फ्लैग के साथ यहाँ पे लोग वेलकम करने के लिए यहाँ पर मौजूद हैं। तस्वीरों के ज़रिए हम आपको दिखाएंगे कि किस तरीके से ITC मौर्या में फ़िलहाल यहाँ पर तैयारी की जा चुकी है। तमाम कुछ जो लोग हैं वो यहाँ पर मौजूद हैं, साथ ही साथ विशेष इंतज़ाम जैसा कि जो यहाँ पे सेफ है उनका साफ तौर पे ये कहना है कि किस तरीके से इंतज़ाम किए गए हैं। ख़ास तौर पे भारतीय टीम के वेलकम को लेकर न सिर्फ भारतीय टीम जब यहाँ पर पहुँचेगी तो उनका स्वागत किया जाएगा, स्वागत करने के साथ के बाद इस केक को भारतीय टीम जो है वो काटेगी। उसके बाद बाकायदा इंतज़ाम किए गए हैं खाने के।
All right, in terms of course, celebrations, it's everything that is coming together, whether we're talking about the fact that, of course, a little while ago, they did arrive at ITC Hotel in New Delhi. I think everybody will just have that one destination in mind. If you're in the national capital, first it was the airport, and then it's the hotel for even fans to continuously track this. But having said that, in Mumbai, that's where the real big celebration is going to happen. In fact, even just thinking about what we're going to see this evening is giving me goosebumps, because for any sporting fan, of course, in this context, we're talking about the Cricket World Cup. But that homecoming, to see your team win the ultimate championship, which is the World Cup. Remember, we see different leagues through the year. We support our teams. But when it's the Indian cricket team playing, it's when your country is playing and you're backing these players to be winning. That ultimate goal is what makes it far more interesting. So what we're going to be getting to see this evening, as far as the celebrations that we understand will happen in Marine Drive and then the Wankhede Stadium, is going to be absolutely amazing. But let's continue talking about the fact that our World Cup heroes are back with the big trophy. Let me take that conversation across to Vedam Jaishankar, sports journalist, who joins me on this absolute fantastic occasion. Vedam, great to see you back once again. A very good morning to you. Of course, it's also a great morning considering we're looking at these visuals of the fact that our heroes are back home, and considering the fact this has been a long wait for all of us.
Yes, absolutely. And also, I must say, a long journey for the entire Indian team. You know, they were halfway across the globe and held up by that hurricane, but still, they made it here. We've been waiting patiently to see them here on our shores. And what a delightful morning it's been. Certainly, this is what Indian cricket has been waiting for years together. You know, we have put together a great system where at grassroots levels, earlier the cricketers were only coming from the big cities, but now the spread of the game and the amount of talent hunting that's going on, the amount of scouting that's going on, and of course, events like the Ranji Trophy and the IPL and a whole lot of junior cricket, the game has gone to the far nooks and corners of the country, and talent is coming from everywhere. And this is actually validation of that kind of talent, you know, sprouting from all over the country. And we are seeing just what it may be the initial steps of India's emergence. I say emergence because 4 wins in 50, 60 years is too far and too few. But we will work out, or we are working out, to be a powerhouse in cricket. And it's not just the financial aspect of cricket. Yes, financial aspect is very good where India is concerned, but also the amount of talent that's being unearthed, being spotted, and you're giving it a sort of a platform for it to emerge. And that's the great thing. So right from under 16 level to the international level, we're seeing more and more new talent coming in, and coming in from the most unexpected quarters. And that's great for Indian cricket. And a win like this, a great win like this, would definitely be a tremendous fillip to the talent spotters, to the coaches, and of course to a whole lot of young generation. Them and of course their parents, who will encourage them to take up to the sport, because they know the rewards are there. The rewards are very big, and it's maybe a shortcut to fame. It's a shortcut to fortune. But when I say shortcut, it's a lot of hard work. It's not just that you wake up and decide to be a cricketer and make money. So a lot of hard work, and these youngsters have shown that really there is something to look forward to. And the very fact that we are doing it after 2011 we won the World Cup, and next is 12, 13 years later. And I'm sure that in the subsequent years or the years to follow, the gap between victories would be shorter. Of course, you can't win every time you step into the field of play. But if you get all your things right, especially the teamwork, and we must emphasize all this again and again and again, because it is the teamwork which has really pushed the entire team forward. And it's a lesson for all of us to learn, whether in your office, in the state, in the country. You know, it's the teamwork which can propel the entire nation forward. And the Indian cricket team has shown that example, how you need that kind of teamwork to move forward. It's a great win. It's a great day for us. And the way we are celebrating is we're showing appreciation both to the cricketers and to the situation that we are in. And we are today in a very, very good spot. There were times when they're saying that, we are choking at the wrong moment. We're going all the way forward, but then failing to win. But this time we showed that even when we are under pressure, we never lost our cool. We kept our head. We knew we had kept our focus. We knew we had an objective in mind, and the way the players worked towards it, every single player, worked towards it, whether it was a fielding, batting, bowling, it was absolutely amazing. And of course, hats off to Rahul Dravid, because it's not easy to keep, let's say, a team of 15 people with giant egos, with giant achievements together. And over a long time, that's more than 3 years, he's kept them together. And he also ensured that we didn't pick up people who were disparate, who would actually throw a spanner in the works of teamwork. And so we had a matured outlook. Everybody realized that they're working for a cause, and the only way to work for a cause is work together. Like I said earlier, it's one for all and all for one. And the way they did it, and did it again and again and again, whether it was against Pakistan or Australia or England, and now against South Africa, it really shows that this Indian team is really at the peak of its achievements. Yes, 3 players are stepping down after this, but it really does. While they have done yeoman service for Indian cricket, we also need to appreciate that the whole lot of fresh talent coming in. Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, and Ajay Jadeja didn't become superstars overnight. They had to be groomed, they had to be nurtured, they had to be mentored, and they had to be given the right platform over the years. And this is the ideal opportunity for a whole lot of youngsters also to be given that kind of training, grooming, and mentoring. And I'm sure with the right opportunities over the next 4, 5, 6 years, we will have a number of superstars. So this win, in many ways, is a win which is a shot in the arm for Indian cricket.
I don't think anybody could have put that better, Vedam. In fact, you've drawn such interesting perspectives overall, starting from the grassroots. What do these leagues do? Who do they identify? The stories that we see, because we look at only the win. We don't know the trial and tribulations that these athletes go. Ultimately, we were all heartbroken when we didn't win the ODI World Cup. And look at what a comeback they've had and what really changed. What was the mindset of these players under Rohit Sharma? We'll get to talking about all of that, considering the fact that you've also spoken about the next generation of players. But there's no doubt that there is no dearth of talent as far as Indian cricket is concerned. But as like Vedam, me and all our viewers, as well as the entire team at Mirror Now, also is looking forward to be congratulating Team India with this massive win. It's also the fans ultimately who make this sporting event all the more better. So let me take that point to my colleague Isha, who has of course patiently been waiting this morning despite the rain. Isha, very good morning to you. Today the rain cannot dampen anybody's spirit, considering the fact that you're at a spot where ideally any cricket fan would have wanted to be. That's ITC Maurya at the moment. This morning there was a different air in the newsroom, and rightly so. What is it looking like outside there?
Right, Nivedhana. So a lot of excitement is what that we can see currently, and we're reporting from ITC Maurya. So I'd also like to switch the camera so as to show you the visuals of the very excited fans here. In fact, fans have gathered here in large numbers. You can see this entire lobby is filled with people trying to catch a glimpse of their favorite cricketer. In fact, the Indian cricket team has currently arrived here, and they are catching their breath at least for some time before they have to head to the Prime Minister. They have to head towards the Prime Minister's residence for their breakfast. But yes, showing you here the visuals, I guess this is pretty much a haven for cricket fans. You can see this lift. This is the exact lift from where the cricket fans will be coming out, and this is the place where the Indian cricket team has been currently staying, and in the next few hours from now they will further meet the Prime Minister, and from that they will further the Prime Minister is meeting them to congratulate them, and also the fact that they have finally emerged victorious, because the last time that they did not win the World Cup, there was a lot of grief. And also Indian cricket in India is considered to be no less than a religion. So yes, people indeed look at it as a religion and take it very personally. So now that the World Cup has been clinched, it has made for a very special morning here. In fact, it's very early, but it's definitely not seeming so because fans have thronged here in large numbers and they have continued to arrive here and they continue to trickle in despite the fact that how early it is. But yes, it is imperative to note that today is a very important day. Today happens to be when an important day because the World Cup has finally been clinched, and after the previous time the World Cup when it was not lifted, so a lot of grief there was there in the Indian cricket fans. But here at the moment, the ITC Maurya is buzzing with excitement. There's a lot of different air, Nivedhana, and I'm sure the newsroom was also really excited. But right now, so is ITC Maurya. A lot in the air, a lot is happening here, and everybody is patiently waiting to exit for the fans to exit, for the Indian cricket team to exit.
Right, Isha. Thank you very much for getting us those details as far as what it's looking like out there. No surprises for guessing with the fact that there is a buzz of different air. Having said that, let me take that very interesting conversation back to Vedam, who's drawing perspective on a lot of angles. That is, Vedam, fans ultimately make any sport. It is fans who are kind of the backbone of these athletes. We've only wanted the best for them, right? But like I was pointing out earlier, in the terms of the fact that how this campaign really changed. Of course, it was the same team more or less with Rohit Sharma at the helm of affairs. You still have Rahul Dravid. With the fact that we got to see Rahul Dravid so animated to really tell people what this win meant for us. But more importantly, you were also drawing perspective on how the next generation, there's no dearth of talent, what we're going to be looking at in terms of how that would come together, considering the fact that the T20 World Cup 2026 is probably, before you blink an eye, we're going to be in that particular campaign. But what do you think really changed around for them to come back with that particular, let us say, aggressive strategy?
No, it's more than the aggressive strategy. I think what we really stitched together this time was great team spirit, great teamwork.
Yes.
And I think everybody down the line, from number 1 to number 15, knew his role. They knew absolutely when they bat first, when they bat second, when they field, when they have to bowl. So the amount of planning that has gone into it has been tremendous. And the great part of it is everyone stuck to his duty. Everyone decided, yes, this is how I will contribute, whether it was playing defensively or playing very aggressively, not bothered about what the thing. The classic example is Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli could so easily have played like the Virat Kohli of the old and ensured that he got 30, 40 runs each match. It's so easy to do that. He's a superstar. He could have done it. But he sent a message down the line. I am Virat Kohli. I can play aggressively. I am ready to throw my wicket away for the team's cause. So what do you, number 5, number 6, number 7, what excuse do you have? If I can do it, you can do it. That was the greatest message sent down by Virat Kohli. If I can do it, if I can throw my wicket in an effort to get quick runs, you too can do it. I'm not bothered about my wicket. I'm not bothered about my record. I'm not bothered about getting those 30, 40 runs and looking good. I am willing to put my reputation and my record on the line for the cause of the team. That's the kind of message that you want from your superstars. And we saw Rohit Sharma also doing it. Rohit Sharma, I think, sent the right message. Let's play aggressive cricket. 120 balls, maybe we'll get runs off 80 balls, but let's make those 80 balls count, and let's not look for personal glory. Let's go for it. And he showed the way. And if you really look at the way the Indian team progressed, whether it was somebody like Akshar Patel coming and throwing his bat, or Jadeja, or Hardik Pandya, or even Arshdeep Singh came up with some valuable runs. So everyone got the message and they stuck to that message. So as far as I am concerned, that was a great thing. You got a message and you ensured the entire team from number 11 to number 15 followed that message, understood what was required. You're dropping a guy like Siraj. Mohammad Siraj was one of the top bowlers that we've had. And who are you taking? You're taking Arshdeep Singh, who probably is less experienced, who probably is the lesser of the two bowlers. But the horses for courses theory worked brilliantly. Left arm over the wicket, pace bowling, somebody who could swing and swing the new ball and then bowl steady with the old ball. He was a perfect foil for somebody like Bumrah. And Arshdeep also knew his job, the way he took his time, especially in that final when he and the captain discussed what they had to do. He didn't go for glamour. He didn't go for glory. He just did what he had to do and, ensured that there were maximum runs for the last over. And that's exactly what we meant. This is teamwork. And it's a small movements that India won. It's a small moments that the team won, which really contributed to the victory. And what is this a valediction of? All these guys who have come through, whether it is Virat Kohli or Rohit Sharma or any of them from the big cities, they would have missed a lot of birthday parties when they were 13, 14 years of age. They would have missed a lot of other parties, get-togethers, parties,
Right.
going out with friends. They would have missed all that. They would have sacrificed all that, all with one cause. At the end of the day, after so many years,
Vedam, I'd
in
have to
2020,
interject you there. Although you're speaking about how this has come together, I'd have to just get a quick word in from my colleague Anuj, is what I understand, who's joining us live. I'm going to come back to you as far as how the sacrifices have ultimately resulted in the kind of winning performance that we have got. Anuj, good morning. जहां तक आप जहां से रिपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, शायद हर किसी इंडियन क्रिकेट फैन को इस वक्त, और वो मैं भी वहां होना चाहूंगी इस वक्त देखने के लिए जो इंडियन टीम ने इस बार करके दिखाया है. कहीं ना कहीं बहुत बहुत वक्त के बाद हमें इस दिन का मौका मिला है. लेकिन आप बताइए हमें, जहां तक फैंस की बात है, बहुत उत्साह होगी इस वक्त.
जी बिल्कुल, जो लोग यहाँ पर मौजूद थे वो सुबह से ही काफ़ी एक्साइटेड थे और हमने देखा कि यहाँ सुबह काफ़ी जल्दी हो गई थी. लोग घंटों तक यहाँ पर इंतज़ार कर रहे थे अपने फेवरेट खिलाड़ियों के आने का और इंतज़ार कर रहे थे झलक का. सुबह से ही मैम आप यहाँ पर मौजूद थी. जैसे ही टीम इंडिया आई, कितना
एक्साइटमेंट तो बहुत था और इट्स वन ऑफ अ काइंड एक्सपीरियंस. ये तो बहुत सालों बाद वेट के बाद कप आया है. So of course very exciting. Just waiting.
तो आप देख सकते हैं कि ये तमाम जो लोग बैठे हैं सुबह से ही यहाँ पर इंतजार कर रहे थे अपने फेवरेट खिलाड़ियों का. और कई लोग हमें ऐसे भी यहाँ पर दिखे जो बाकायदा मैच देखने के लिए यूएस भी गए थे और उसके बाद यहाँ पर लौटे और इंतजार कर रहे थे. आपके हाथ में बॉल है, आप काफी समय से इंतजार कर रही थी. जैसी टीम इंडिया यहाँ पर पहुंची है, कितना एक्साइटमेंट?
बहुत ज़्यादा एक्साइटमेंट है. मतलब उनको देख के तो कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा था, बट हमने बहुत एंजॉय किया. हमने वीडियोस रिकॉर्ड किए. हम बस होप कर रहे हैं कि एक ऑटोग्राफ भी मिल जाए.
तो निश्चित तौर पर और आईटीसी मौर्या की तरफ से खास इंतजाम किए गए थे इस प्रोग्राम को लेकर. बाकायदा एक खास तरीके का केक बनाया गया है. जब टीम इंडिया अभी अपने रूम्स में है, थोड़ी देर बाद ही यहाँ से टीम इंडिया आएगी. उसके बाद यहाँ से चंद कदमों की दूरी पर टीम इंडिया पहुंचेगी जहाँ पर बाकायदा इंतजाम किया गया है केक कटिंग का और खास तरीके का केक जो है वो तैयार किया गया है. इतना ही नहीं, ब्रेकफास्ट को लेकर भी खास इंतजाम किए गए हैं क्योंकि टीम इंडिया इतने दिनों से बाहर थी, टूर पर थी, तो भारतीय खाने को जाहिर तौर पर मिस कर रही होगी. ऐसे में हर एक खिलाड़ी को देखते हुए उसके हिसाब से खास ब्रेकफास्ट का इंतजाम किया गया है. तो आईटीसी मौर्या की तरफ से खास इंतजाम किए गए थे. वहीं फैंस में काफी ज्यादा उत्साहना माफ करिएगा एक्साइटमेंट जो है वो देखने को मिली थी. काफी फैन जो थे वो सुबह से ही यहाँ पे काफी एक्साइटेड थे अपने फेवरेट खिलाड़ियों को देखने के लिए और बाकायदा घंटों तक हमने देखा यहाँ पर लोग इंतजार कर रहे थे. और जैसे ही यहाँ पर टीम इंडिया पहुँचती है, लोग काफी निश्चित तौर पर जिस तरीके से भारतीय टीम ने वर्ल्ड कप जीता है, T20 वर्ल्ड कप जीता और 13 साल का सूखा जो है वो दूर किया. T20 में दूसरी बार हम वर्ल्ड कप जीते हैं. इसको देखते हुए जो पूरा देश है वो गर्व महसूस कर रहा है और यही वजह है कि यहाँ सुबह से ही हम देख रहे थे काफी तैयारियां चल रही थी जोरों शोर में. लोग जो फैंस थे वो काफी एक्साइटेड थे. जी
Ji Anuj, thank you very much for getting us more perspective as to what is looking like in the national capital. Very interesting. Anuj is making me have fear of missing out as far as what's happening here. And the PCR, the team of ours who Mirror now sits in Mumbai, they're also making me feel very bad that I won't get to see the celebrations in person as far as what one can expect. But ultimately, it is the fact that the spirit of ours that continues to stay with our Indian cricket team. Having said that, let me take that point across to Vedam as well, who continues to stay with us. Vedam, with the fact that, we're looking at all these visuals and I just saw the person who is on our screens is Surya Kumar Yadav. How can we not talk about him? Because you always have favorite moments from a match. But the fact of the matter is, this man really turned the game around, Vedam.
The catch for the ages. The thing is, there are hundreds of people who have taken catches like this, hundreds. But look at the context. It's the context that really sets this apart as really the catch of the tournament. There was a stiff breeze blowing. That six would have literally given away the trophy. Like somebody he didn't take a catch, he caught the trophy. That's exactly what happened. For him to have that presence of mind, stay focused, and also be aware that there was a line that he couldn't cross, not with the ball in hand. For him to do what he did was absolutely outstanding. They must have practiced this for hundreds of times right through. But then to pull it off under pressure when the whole world is watching you, and that the entire victory hinges on that. If you let that go for a six, if you overstep, it would have been 10 runs in the next 5 balls. It could have changed the entire complexion of the game.
And then for generations to come, this is what we're going to be talking about. Because in 1983, we were talking about Kapil Dev. Now, Surya Kumar Yadav will be that man for us. But Vedam, thank you very much for joining us this morning, sharing us with, your insights with us, and more importantly, talking about what we're going to be seeing in the next generation.